Hello, everybody. It's me, Nate, aka Double Dog, and I'm back with another game review. Before I get started, I just want to let everybody know that yes, I paid attention to what my current poll was, and you guys want the funny skits back. So I'm bringing them back. It takes more effort, you know what? But hey, a little bit more creativity, a little bit of fun. Now, this particular one is not having a opening, mainly because currently I am restructuring my apartment. I'm moving stuff around and stuff like that. But don't worry, I think a couple of the games that are coming up, the rest of the movies and stuff like that I'm doing reviews will have funny skits, so it is returning. But this is my review of Tekken 8. It was developed by Bandai Namco and published by Bandai Namco and released on January 26th of 2024 for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. And now, I don't have to say, well, what kind of game is this? It's a fighting game, and this one takes place 6 months after the final events of Tekken 7. Now, what all does this bring to the table? And I will have to say, hands down, Tekken does play a lot differently than other fighting games like Mortal Kombat and Virtua Fighter and stuff like that. Yeah, Virtua Fighter, I brought that one up, deal with it. But honestly, this one is a little bit slower, more methodical than some other games like Mortal Kombat, but it does have a higher aggression rate, at least in this version. Now, what exactly does come in this title? Actually, quite a lot of content. It's got pretty much all kinds of new systems. It's got new stage destructions. Originally at launch, it's got 20 different playable characters with a bunch of new DLC characters along the way. A total of 16 stages with new ones coming. A huge story mode. Character episodes, an arcade quest, an arcade battle mode, super ghost battle, a versus mode, Tekken Ball, and like I said, it really promotes aggression. Now, let me get into certain things. There are a couple new nuanced things in this particular game that they've added this time, which is the rage arts and the heat system. Now, these are things, first of all, is the heat system, which to sum it down in very basic terms, it is a temporary enhanced attack that you can trigger once your meter fills up in order to do massive damage against your enemy. Now, this game promotes a lot of aggression, unlike previous Tekken games that were more about defensive. I mean, you were still on the attack, don't get me wrong, but this one really wants you to be aggressive. So the more aggressive you are, the more you can get your bar to fill up, and the more chance you have to actually hit your heat system move. The other thing is the Rage Arts move, which is basically a special move for every single character that does massive damage as well. So they really mix it up to where you have all kinds of combos and moves, and along with the heat system and the Rage Arts system, it really makes it to where you can really actually stomp the living crap out of people. And the stage destruction isn't really as massively in depth as some other games are, but it's got stuff of like knocking people off of balconies, through walls, smashing them through floors, ceilings, and more, and different variations of it, which is still cool. I don't have a problem with that. And honestly, when I played this and I first actually seen my stage destruction, it kind of reminded me of what was that? Injustice. Yeah, one of the Injustice games in terms of how you like smash a guy through into a new area. So it was interesting, not as in-depth as that, but still really interesting. Now, the main draw with this has to be the story mode. Now, give or take, it's roughly about 4 or 5 hours long, so it's not the most long sort of a thing, not like Mortal Kombat has, but it's really intriguing and it dives deep into the major lore, and it's a complete continuation after Tekken 7. Now, if you do not know jack squat about the Tekken series, you might find yourself a little bit underwater with this, because they go all out, and it's an overall worldwide event with the bad guy taking over, hosting the new Tekken tournament, the Iron Fist tournament, to see people that are strong enough to fight against him. And like I said, it is very detailed, very deep, a lot of content content is in this mode, even for clocking in like 4 to 5 hours. Hands down, it's a really decent, good story mode. Next up is your character episodes, where are these like nice little mini arcade runs of each character that you play through, like if they were in the Iron Fist tournament, and they are actually very superbly done. Honestly, the graphics are fantastic. The animation is super buttery smooth. The resolution is top tier. It is a really high quality game. It really is. Now, next up is the arcade quest. This one's a little odd. It took me a while to understand it, but get used to it. When you first start up, you create a custom avatar that kind of looks like a character from an Xbox game, like a big bobblehead sort of character you create. And you could go around and match up with other people and play against them and do like missions and stuff. And it's pretty deep in itself as well, but not my personal favorite. I could see a lot of people loving this due to the overall amount of content that's in it, but it just wasn't my thing, so I didn't really want to stay much into it. Next up is the arcade battle. Self-explanatory. This is an online game. Once you upload it, which this is an 80 gig game. This game is 80 gigs in size. At first I'm like, I don't see it, but with all the different modes and everything, okay, I understand. So it's a heavy hitter on your gig storage. But arcade battle is just what like it sounds. You go into arcade, you can have different ladder matches with other people, real people, PC stuff like that. Next up is the Super Ghost Battle. Now, this one is kind of odd and unique, and I kind of liked it, where you can go and download your different player ghost data of what character you're playing as and fight against them. And it actually really does help you learn how to play your character and get better with the game. I actually found myself going back to this quite a lot, and it actually helped me actually develop and play better as my character. My personal favorite is Yoshimitsu. I've always played as him. I know I say his name wrong, but I just don't care, because he's just so cool, almost like a robot ninja, really, And of course, you have your versus mode, kind of self-explanatory. You can do it online or you can do it local with your buddy. Classic versus mode. And of course, you can't have Tekken without Tekken Ball. That's right, that's where you pick different balls that have different weights and consistencies, and you play this weird back and forth kind of match where you actually beat up the people and also try to hit them with the ball to make it to go behind them in order to do more damage. It's an interesting game. It's been around for quite a while in the Tekken universe, and it's good to see that it returns once again. Now, like I said, this version of this game, Tekken 8, really does promote aggression. It really does. They want you to go out and really fight and get in deep and first with the enemies as you're fighting through them now. While previous ones what was called turtling up, I think it's known as, where it was more about defensive moves, this one is not. This one actually has you go out and be more aggressive in order to unlock your abilities of the heat and rage art systems, which I actually found is a nice twist on this particular style game. Overall, I have to say that Tekken 8 is a fantastic product. Visually, it is very graphically intensive. The animation is great. All the different characters that come into it with the future DLC characters that are coming along. Honestly, like I said, there's 20 different playable characters currently at launch, with new DLC characters coming, with 16 different stages currently. All the different modes that you have. There's a lot of meat on the bone with this product, and it is a top-tier, high-quality fighting game. I'm really not a huge Tekken fan, but I cannot sit here and say for its $70 price point on current gen systems that you don't get your money's worth with this. It is a fast, fluid, very graphical, high fidelity game with really good playability with all the characters. A lot of content, like I said, and I can actually say if you are a huge fan of the Tekken series and you have a current gaming system, not a last gen, because this is only current gen, not last gen, I'm afraid. But if you're a current gen lover of fighting games, I can highly recommend you go out and pick up Tekken 8. It played great, it looked great, it had enough content to it to warrant its price point, and I actually can say I highly recommend this. So please leave in the comments below if you played Tekken 8, if you agree or disagree with me on my review. Give me a thumbs up, and don't worry, the funny parody videos will be coming soon. You just gotta bear with me, people. But of course, here at Double Dog Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.